Hi all! I spent 4 days studying the graphic formats used in web development. Here is what I found out. If a developer wants to be good, he should know how to correctly choose formats of the images used depending on the purpose of the image, minimize the consumption of traffic and resources while maintaining the required image quality, interact with images in various ways. In this presentation, I'll look at image formats and methods that are used to insert and interact with images on application pages. So let's start with formats. First, I will mention that image formats are divided into vector and raster. Raster images, like a mosaic, are made up of many small cells, pixels. There each pixel contains color information. Vector images are described by mathematical formulas and accordingly do not require information about each pixels. There are three main traditional formats, all of which are raster. These are GIF, JPEG, and PNG. I think most are familiar with them. Now I will not dwell on them in detail. Let's move on to newer ones. The first is JPEG 2000, which I would call relatively new. A format is an improved version of the regular JPEG. It allows you to compress images more strongly than JPEG but with fewer artifacts. The next one is JPEG XR. It is an image file format that also offers several key improvements over JPEG, including better compression, lossless compression, and transparency support. The third one is APNG. The APNG is a file format which extends the portable network graphics specifications to permit animated images while supporting 8-bit transparency. Judging by the information on the Internet and the level of browser support, these formats are not widely used, although they appeared quite a long time ago. The last two formats on this list seem to me the most interesting and promising. They are well supported by all modern browsers and have a whole range of advantages over older image formats. Here is a table showing the benefits of these formats. WebP is a new format created by and developed since 2010 by Google. The main goal of this project is to further reduce the weight while maintaining the same quality. WebP features compresses lossless images better than PNG, compresses lossy images better than JPEG, supports transparency and animation. AVIF was first released in 2019 as an open source image format. It is the newest of image format we are discussing here today, but one of the most promising. Similar to WebP, AVIF offers superior image compression with increased image quality over standard JPEG images. It also supports transparency, animation, and image metadata. Currently all modern browsers support these formats. Now let's move on the vector format. Unlike raster formats, it is only one, and this is SVG, Scalable Vector Graphics. The size of SVG objects is much smaller than the size of bitmaps, and the images themselves do not lose quality when scaled. Unlike raster formats, we can interact with images in SVG format with CSS. You can change the graphics parameters, color, transparency, or border, and with JavaScript you can animate the image. The SVG format is great for low-color schemes, logos, and icons. All modern browsers support SVG. With the formats I have everything. Now let's move on the insertion methods. We can insert an image using the CSS background or background image properties of any HTML element that has a size. Here is an example of inserting in this way. We can also use special tags. The most common and traditional way to insert an image is the img tag. Also, we can insert image using object tag. However, this practice is not recommended. For SVG, a special tag allows you to insert a vector image directly into the code. The newest and most interesting for us is the picture tag. We will consider it in more detail. What is its advantage? The HTML picture elements allows you to display different pictures for different devices or screen sizes and gives web developers more flexibility in specifying image resources. It contains one or more source elements, each referring to different images through the src set attribute. This way, the browser can choose the image that best fits the current view or device. Each source element has a media attribute that defines when the image is the most suitable. It is necessary always specify an img element as the last child element of the picture element. Browsers that do not support the picture element use the img element or if none of the source tags match. When to use the picture element? There are two main purposes for the picture element. Bandwidth. If you have a small screen or device, it is not necessary to load a large image file. The browser will use the first source element with matching attribute values and ignore any of the following elements. Formats support. Some browsers or devices may not support all image formats. By using the picture element, you can add images of all formats and the browser will use the first format it recognizes and ignore any of the following elements. In summary, what did I take away from all this? Now I will definitely try to use new image formats like WebP, AVIF, and picture tag. Thank you for your attention.